Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Wherever you are, you have greatness inside of you. Welcome back to another pre-game of the Montreal Canadiens. Today, they are in Boston because they're going to play against the Boston Bruins at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Don't forget to join us. We're going to do the play-by-play with the hockey coach, Guru, Coach FRENCHY. And of course, we're going to tell you everything today, what's going on, what you need to know about the game between the Montreal Canadiens and the Boston Bruins. Don't go nowhere. But before we start, we invite you to subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, please click on the like. And finally, of course, tell us your prediction or comments about the Montreal Canadiens. And I can wait to hear from you. And before we also give you all the information about the Montreal Canadiens, at that moment, we know the Montreal lost yesterday 3-2. I did not do a post game because it's a back-to-back game. And then I'm just not have enough time today as a Sunday to do those all the videos. So I just want to mention Montreal lost 3-2 and overtime. Jake Allen left the game at the end of the first period. He's a day today. We're not sure if a concussion at that moment. Dominic Shaw did not give us all more information after the game yesterday. So they called up Caden Primo, and he's going to be joining the team for the game tonight. And we don't know yet who is going to be between the pipes for the Montreal Canadiens. Today also for the preview game, usually I wait afternoon to give you all the information. Unfortunately, it's Sunday. I have some engagement to do afternoon, so I'm going to give to you the preview of the game a little bit earlier, and I'll give you the most information I have for you to know what's happening for the game tonight. So let's dive in. Here we go. Like we do at the beginning of the pre-game, we give you all the information by number. So here we go. So the Montreal Canadiens lost the last game in OTL, and then they are recorded now a 4-10-2. The last 10 games, they are 3-5-2. The good news about Montreal, guys, the last 3 games, they at least 1 point. So that's pretty good. Honestly, compared to what they did so far since the beginning of the season. At home, they are 3-5-1. Away now, they are 1-5-1. On the flip side, the Boston Bruins a little bit better, but still at 7-5-0. The last 10 games, they are 6-4-0. They win yesterday against the New Jersey Devils. And then at home, they are 5-1-0. Away, they are 2-4-0. A team right now, they're looking a little bit, they'll look better for Montreal, but they still need more consistency for that team take the way it should be. The power play, Boston always been a great power play. They are 6th in NHL. Montreal still at the bottom at 28. The penalty kill. Montreal, they finally, for the first time this season, they are at that moment over 70 right now with 70.4. Boston Bruins are 13th in NHL, 82.5. The goals for pretty good for Boston, 2.92, 17. Montreal is at 31 at the bottom. Goal again, Montreal are at 28 in NHL. Boston are also 16 in NHL. They gave the same number of the goal for and again goal against. Shot for, pretty solid for the Boston Bruins. They are second in NHL. And the Montreal a little bit better. They are over 30.0 now, 30.4. Finally, shots again. Both teams they'll give a lot of points. The shot third in NHL and 8th for the Montreal. The leader for the team, Brett Marchand, is on fire, guy, 11 points in the last 6 games. He has right now 18 points with 8 goals and 10 assists. He have also lead for the team with the most the goal. McEnroy is at 23.56, and I apologize, guys. I did not share the goaltender situation, Boston Bruins. But I believe swimming right now, he have 4W. For the Montreal Canadiens, Zuski, 0 point yesterday, still lead with 14 points. Hoffman, Chariot, and Zuski now, they have 4 goals. Jake Allen has 4 Ws in the beginning of the season. And finally, Jeff Petrie is at 23.58. Shopping up what you need to know. You already know what's going on the first one. The situation in Montreal Canadiens at that moment, and make the preview, guys. I don't know who's going to be between Montembeault or Primo, but we know for Boston, Ullmark should be between the pipe because Swayman was in the in their net yesterday. Last 5 games, Montreal is 1-2-2 with a streak of 3 games with 1 point. The goal for versus goal, again, they are -7 for the Boston Bruins, for the Montreal Canadiens. Their power play is 3-15 attempts, and their PK is 4-17 attempts. Finally, Allen right now at that moment is 4-8-1, 286, and a save percentage of .902. The last 5 games, Suzuki still have 6 points. Suzuki have 3 goals, 3 assists, and Evans now is +2. Strategy still working 60 minutes. Work as a team. I'm going to give you a little bit more information about that. And then special team is to stop the power play of Boston Bruins. So get out of the penalty box. And finally, player to watch is, of course, the same line. Bergeron, Marchand, and Pastrnak. Of course, McEnroy at the defenseman. Second thing we have to know for the Montreal Canadiens, the last 10 games, 3-5-2. The goals for 24, goal again 32. Minus differential of -12 is not good. The power play a little bit better, 5-29. The PK 6-32. They're still struggling a little bit. The head-to-head for between the Montreal Canadiens and the Boston Bruins, and like the last 3 years, honestly, did not play since 2 years ago. And they are 1-3-0 versus 3-1-0. The last 10 game between both teams, they are 4-6-0 versus 6-4-0. All the time, and their history guide, they have a 363 W for Montreal, 274 loss, 103 tie, and a 10 OT loss. For Boston, they are 284, 353, 103 tie, and 10 OLT. And finally, the point for Montreal, 5-5-9, save percentage, win the percentage, 883 points, and 681 for the Boston. Finally, Montreal scored 2,255 goals versus they gave 1,986 goals. The next thing you need to know is the Frenchy corner. So I'm going to give you a little bit more information what Montreal need to do, what's going on. Game number 17 for the Montreal. We almost at the first quarter, the end for the Montreal. The roster change, the only solution I believe is the goaltender. I don't know yet, Primo Montembeault. Now, pay attention. Possible Norlander is going to play tonight or Tuesday. I would not be surprised. This is what I'm thinking, but it's not confirmed. Like I said, it's early Sunday morning, but I have to do this video before I leave. So I just want to make you understand that situation. Through adversity, Montreal yesterday, after the lead 1-0, they lost Jake Allen, their number 1 goaltender at that moment, without Carey Price. You can see after that, Montembeault unfortunately gave 2 goals back-to-back at the first 2 shots. He's come back with a strong end of the game with 22 saves he make. Montreal losing 2-1 after that. You can see usually they will drop and not pushing harder. They will lose their confidence. But we see another different kind of team right now, the last couple of games, and they continue to push, and they finally score at the third period to tie the game 2-2, and they have a lot of opportunities to win that game. Unfortunately, they lost in the OT against Detroit. So I like what I saw from them yesterday. They go through adversity, and they did not stop to work. And that's what we want to see from the Montreal Canadiens. The 3-point streak, like I mentioned, they are 1-0-2 at that moment. The power play imitation. So what I watched the power play guy, first of all, they changed Petrie. They put Whiteman now. Petrie play with Chariot on the unit number 2. And they add Zuski with Hoffman, Gallagher on that unit over there. So what, and 240. What they need to understand is sometimes Zuski is on the wrong spot and Hoffman at the wrong place also. So sometimes Hoffman will be on the left side and Zuski on the right. It should be Zuski on the right and Hoffman on the left. And yesterday's on a power play. The puck, they did not move. Sometimes you better to take a little bit longer, hold the puck, and let your player moving from one side to another side. And it did not work. And they have to understand they have that kind of meditation sometimes on the power play. Go get what you're supposed to be to work on your one-timer and move the puck better. But overall, they did not score yesterday, but the last couple of games, the power play a little bit better. The puck movement is also good. Working 60 minutes. For the second game back-to-back, I see another team right now, like the Montreal Canadiens, work 60 minutes. I like what I saw yesterday. Stop first line for the Bruins. Of course, right now, the Bruins have really a solid line. You know what I'm talking about, the Bergeron and Marchand and Pastrnak. They dominate in NHL, one of the best at 5 versus 5 in a zone power play. So Montreal have to find a way to stop them. Marchand on fire, 11.6 game, the last 6 games straight. So he's on fire right now, Marchand. To be honest with you, he's the most dangerous player for them. Bruins inconsistency, 7-5-0, and they've been there so far this season. They play a good solid game against the New Jersey Devils yesterday. They won 5-2. But that's what they need to find. Of course, now Nick Foligno back in the lineup. That will stabilize a little bit more their line. Taylor Hall struggled for the last couple of games. So they will have him to find his game also. Back-to-back game for both teams today. So Boston and New Jersey yesterday. Montreal was at Detroit. So they are traveling. And maybe we'll see both teams maybe tired at some point. The team play their best maybe. Before it's not there. I really enjoyed yesterday the performance of Rand Poland. He did an amazing, great game. I think the 4 line a little bit better with Poland and without Paquette. Rand Poland was the speed. He played better. And I feel like he maybe still with Montreal if he considers working. The last 2 games, he's with the Montreal now. I was very impressed by his finale. I had no time to talk about this. I will talk about this during the game tonight. I did not like the selection of Dominic Charm on the power play on the overtime yesterday. They put Christian Dvorak there, and with Mike Hoffman, you have a turnover and they score. Listen, both of them are -12, -13 right now. The last couple of games, they struggled, both of them. The last 5 games, Hoffman have only 1 goal, maybe. No goal, 2 assists last game, but still, 0 goal the last 5 games. Dvorak have only 1 goal this year, struggle a lot. I don't understand that. I would prefer to put Rand Poland, to be honest with you, but I did not like the selection of Dominic Charm, so something we can talk about this a bit later tonight. The Montreal Canadiens, their metric, the first 16 games, I see the number a little bit improved for the last 5-6 games. Their Corsi is right now 16 in NHL. The HDSF is a 7. That's pretty good. The X goal 4 is 14, a little bit better. The goals 4, they are a percentage struggle right there, 29, and the PDO also struggle, 29. But overall, I think I like to see the number, to be honest with you. Wow. Patrice Bergeron, guy, had an amazing, great game against the New Jersey Devils. I know Marchand have to go, but I just want to sharing his 5 versus 5 XG. It was 71%, was pretty good. 5 versus 5 Corsi, 60, great performance. He was on the ice for 2 goals. He was not on the ice for 0 goals, so great performance. One of the best. I always love Patrice Bergeron, so great performance for Pat yesterday. This is another... And I'm going to disappear here to give you a better chance to see this. This is another way to learn the NHL power play rank. It's not only a power play and that's it, where you divide the number, the goal versus the attempt. It's a GF with a GA, plus minus per 60 minutes. That really shows a little bit better the percentage of the power play and the PK. So take your time to watching this. And you can pause the video. I just want to sharing with you what I have here for you. Another one I want to mention to you. This is very small, the number, guys. But this is now an update for NHL now for the players for this season. So now you can see those kind of numbers. Nitzke, Brett Marchand. And again, if you're on your phone, this is very small, but that's the only way I can do. And then also the Montreal Canadiens versus Boston Bruins. So take your time to watching this. And then the next one is the lineup for the Montreal Canadiens. Again, like I said, I don't know what's happening with the Montreal Canadiens lineup, but I keep this you guys the same like yesterday. And finally, for the Boston Bruins, only 1 injury. Trent Frederic now it was moving on the injury reserve today, this morning. That's the only one is right now on the injury list. And that's what's happening about the lineup on the unit power play special team on PK. Finally, like I do now, at the end of the pregame, I'm talking about a little bit more about the prospect for the Montreal Canadiens. This was Friday night. All right, so Friday night, you can see some performance. Jesse Ilonen with the Laval at 3 assists. Jan Mysak have 2 goals during that game. Joshua Roy 2-1. And then this was yesterday. Finally, Cole Caulfield have 1 goal, 1 assist during the last of them. And also, again, Jan Mysak, 2 other goals. He have 4 goals in 2 games. And finally, Riley Kidney have 3 points yesterday with his team. And also, Arbor Ajak have 1 goal, 1 assist. So great performance for the prospect for the Montreal Canadiens, honestly. And then at the end, I want to remind you, don't forget, the next game for the Montreal Canadiens is Tuesday, November 16. It's going to be 7 o'clock. Look, guys, this complete another pregame, a little bit longer, but I want to give you a little bit more information. I understand that, when over 10 minutes, people don't like it, but I want you to understand and be ready for the game tonight, for hopefully you enjoy it. But before we leave, we want to remind you, subscribe, like, and of course, leave us your prediction of the game. And finally, of course, one more time, you have greatness inside of you. Thanks again for watching another pregame show with the hockey coach Guru Code Frenchy. Merci mes amis de nous regarder pour une autre vidéo avec l'entraîneur Code Frenchy. Je vous souhaite une très belle journée et je vous attends ce soir pour la description de la partie entre Montréal et les Canadiens live sur le YouTube channel avec l'entraîneur Code Frenchy.